Good morning everyone, I am Jay Anlasha and I am the first reporter of Chapter 13, Investing in Mutual Funds. So there are 3 steps to financial literacy. Begin investing in mutual funds. So the first one is learn about different types of funds, and then the second one, find more information about fees and mutual fund, and then the last one, investing and evaluate different funds that will help achieve your investment goals. So, choosing the right mutual fund from over 19,000 options requires careful considerations from long-term financial goals and the risk tolerance guided by the resources like your personal financial roadmap and dashboard. So by following these, investors can make informed decisions and select suitable mutual funds. So, in this chapter, you will learn to explain the characteristics of mutual funds and investment, and then classify mutual funds by investment objective, and evaluate mutual funds, and then describe how and why mutual funds are bought and sold. Mutual fund, a company that pool money from many investors and invest the money in securities such as stocks and short-term debts. Mutual funds, a mutual fund pulls money from multiple investors to invest in stocks, bonds, and debt. So investors buy shares, meaning ownership in the fund's diversified portfolio and managed by the professional management. So, why investors purchase mutual funds? Investors purchase mutual funds primarily for diversification and professional management. Diversifications reduces risk and spreading investment across the various assets. So professional management, allowing the expertise of fund managers, also makes investment decisions. Money Minute Focus. Who owns mutual funds? So 33 silent generation born between 1904 and 1945. 35% millennial born between 1981 and 2004. 48% baby born generation born between 1946 and 1964. 50% generation 1965 and 1980. Exhibit 13.1 Types of securities included in the portfolio of Invesco Dividend Income Fund. So these are the types of securities included in the portfolio of the Invesco. The psychology of investing funds. Investors choose funds for professional management and diversification, reducing risk and increasing stability. So funds like Invesco, Dividend, Insane with or spread investment across 60 companies offer a diversified portfolio and potential consistent returns. So providing stability and potential steady returns. So the next is the characteristics of funds. There are 3 characteristics of funds. The first one is the closed-end funds, and then the second one, exchange funds, and then the next one is open-end funds. So the closed-end funds have a fixed number of shares issued only when organized, with no new shares and or created of or redeemed, and that traded on exchange or use stocks, and their market price may vary from net asset value. So next is the exchange traded funds. Track specific index are traded on exchange, offer flexible trading and disclose holding easily. The last one is the open-end funds. In open-end funds, issue and redeem shares anytime, have variable capital, and trade at net asset value, and allow investors redemption anytime. So here are examples. So net asset value, it calculates a fund's per share value. So formula, value of funds portfolio equals total market value of securities to $980 million. So in liabilities equals total debts 10 million, and then subtracts liabilities $980 million minus $10 million equals $970. So number of share outstanding divide by total shares 40 million. So the net asset value, $970 divided by 40 million shares equals $24.25. So then the net asset value represents the fund's underlying value per share. So next is a load fund charges investors a value commissions when purchasing shares, such as the Davis Opportunities Michael Fund. So 4,752 sales load, and then consulting in a 475 commission in a 10,000 investment. So leaving 9,525 per actual invest in a contrast. So a no load fund doesn't sales commissions and allowing the entire investment to invested, reducing upfront cost. So a contingent deferred sales load is a 1 to 5% per charge when selling. So mutual fund shares within a specified period, typically 1 to 5 years. So calculation, so example of this is withdrawal amount 16,000, fee percentage 5%. So 6,000 times 5% equals $30,000. So net receipt and $60,000 minus $300,000 equals $15,700. So encouraging long-term investors. Next is the 12B1 fee, a fee 0.25 to 1% annually, covering mutual funds, advertising, and marketing expenses. So next is the expense ratio, the total annual percentage of fund assets paid for the management for operation cost and expenses. So now to start investing in mutual funds, here are some suggestions. So the first one is assess your finances and set objectives, and ensure an emergency fund. So the next is gather 250 to $2,100 for an initial investment. Next is choose funds that aligning with your goals, and then research thoroughly using various sources and regularly results and rebalance your portfolio. That's all for my part. Thank you.
Good day to each and everyone, especially to you, ma'am. So, this is the continuation of our presentation in chapter 13. So, chapter 13 entitled Investing Mutual Funds. So, my topic is all about classifying mutual funds. So, when we say classifying mutual funds, it is classified by investment objectives into equity, debit, hybrid, money market, index, and sectoral and balance funds. So, in classifying mutual funds, we have 5 levels from the broadest to the most detailed. First level, we have long-term funds and money market funds. Second, equity, hybrid, bond, and money market funds. Third, domestic equity, world equity, hybrid taxable bond, municipal bond, taxable money, market funds, and tax exemption money market funds. So those are the 3 level of the broadest to the most detailed. And next is stock fund. So stock fund, it means it also known as an equity fund. is a type of mutual fund or exchange trade fund that invests primarily in stock of publicly traded companies. So in stock fund, uh, we have the 12 types of stock fund. First, aggressive growth fund. So when we see aggressive growth fund, it aims for maximum capital appreciation. Second, equity income funds. Equity income funds, it focus on stock that pay regular dividends. Third, global stock funds. So when we see global stock fund, it invests in stock from companies worldwide, including the investor's home country. It also provides exposure to both domestic and international markets. Next, growth funds. Growth funds, it concentrates on companies expected to grow revenues or profit faster than the market revenue average. Next, index funds. So index funds track a specific stock market. Next, international funds, investment in companies outside the investor's home country. Next, type of stock fund is large cap funds. Large cap funds focus on stock of large as well as established companies with market capitalization. Next, mid cap funds. Example, investment in medium-sized companies with market capitalization between 2 billion and 10 million. Next, regional funds. So when you say regional funds, it targets stocks from specific geographic regions such as Europe, Asia, or Latin America. Next is the sector funds. So sector funds focus on particular industries or sector such as technology, healthcare, or energy. Next, small cap funds. It offer higher growth potential but with greater risks. Risk. Last but not the least, socially responsible funds. It avoids industries or practices considered unethical like tobacco or fossil fuels. So next is a bond funds. So a bond funds, when we say bond funds, is a small fund or exchange trade fund that buys debt assets to product to produce regularly monthly income for its investors. So in bond funds, we have the hybrid yield high yield junk bond funds invest in high yield high risk corporate bonds. Second, intermediate and corporate bonds funds invest in investment grade corporate debt with maturities between 3 and 10 years. Next is um, intermediate US government bond funds invest in US Treasury securities with maturities between 3 years. And next is the other funds. So other funds, when you say other funds, means focus other than the general fund, including but not limited to special revenue funds, capital projects. So in other funds, we have the five types of other funds. First, asset allocation funds. Second, balance funds. Third, funds of funds. Fourth, life cycle funds. And last is money market funds. So those are the types of funds. Next is the family of funds. So when we say family of funds, also known as a fund family, is a group of funds managed by a single investments company. For example, all of Vanguard's mutual funds are part of the same family of funds. And the second is, and the last rather, is portfolio construction. So portfolio construction, the process of choosing different types of stocks, bonds, funds, and other investments alternative to obtain larger returns while reducing risk. So that's it.
Exhibit 13.1 types of securities included in the portfolio of Invesco dividend income funds. So, mga top industries, 10% ang kada multi-utilities, 10% total of assets. So, also, isang characteristic of funds, closed-end fund, mutual funds with shares. Issued by investment company only when the fund is organized, and exchange traded fund or ETF, a fund that investment in stocks or other securities contained in a specific stock or securities index and whose shares are traded on the securities exchange or over the counter. And open-end fund, a mutual fund whose shares are issued or redeemed by the investment company of the request of investors. So, sa net assets value in EB, the market value of securities contained in the fund's portfolio minus funds divided by the number of share outstandings. Example, net assets value American net assets to investment yan. American Frontiers Mutual Fund have current market value $90 million. And fund has liabilities total of $10 million if the mutual fund has 40 million shares. So yung asset per shares is $24.25 in shown below. So mga example na NAV per share sa 24 sa 98 minus to 10 million divided to 40 million. And sa load fund, mutual fund in which investors pay commission every time they purchase shares. Examples: sales charge a calculation device opportunity mutual fund. So it's a based opportunity mutual fund charges sales load of 4.75% if you invest at $10,000. You must pay the $475 commission purchase shares. Sabi na load charge sa isang $10,000 times 4.75 equals to 475. So the amount by investment, the amount to load charge sa 10,000 minus 475 equals 9,525. No load fund or mutual fund in which that individual investor pays the no sales charge. Some contingent different sales load. Example, a contingent different sales load assume they withdraw the $6,000 from B shares on the current capital income fund within a year of the purchase date. You must pay the 5% fee. Any withdrawal during the first year, your fee is $300. After deducting the fee, you will receive the $5,700 shown below. So, contingent different sales, deferred sales amount withdraw fees kung yan 6,000 times 5% plus 300. So amount received by the withdrawal contingent deferred sale fee. So 6,000 minus 300 equals 5,700. So may example lang contingent deferred sales load. So central B minus 1 fee, a fee that investment company devises to defray the cost of advertising and marketing mutual fund. So yung pagsabot ko sa yung advertising ko device ko bali maningil ka tapos imbayad mo sang advertising sa advertising marketing mutual fund. So sa expense ratio, the amount that investors pay for all the mutual funds managed face operational cost. So yung kung ikaw yung investors, ibali yung ikaw yung magbabayad ng mga bayad na yung funds kibali na sa management yung gasto nila sa mga operating costs sa expense ratio. And also mutual funds getting started here, some suggestions for beginning a mutual fund investment program. So one is to perform financial checkup before investing. You should make sure you have establish your investment objective, balance your budget, and save enough money for emergency funds. So yung pasabot based ang karak sa perspective, so dapat kung mag-investing ko, dapat planado daw mong ini. Kung mag-establish ka man in business para kung malugi ka man banggaling ang gapon kan mo, dapat ma-balance mo or mag-save ko ng money para sa mga emergency fund. So to is obtain the money you need to purchase mutual fund. Although the amount will vary to 250 to 2,000 is usually required to open an account with broker firm investment company. Soganisang number 3, find a fund with objective that matches your objective. Financial publication and personal finance magazine may help you match potential funds with your investment objective. So 4 is evaluate the mutual fund before buying or selling. The possibility of sources information include the internet, professional advisory service, the fund, prospectus funds, and annual report. So publication and newspaper, all sources described in remainder of the section. So kibali ang pagsabot sa kuan before buying or selling, dapat possible na dapat kuan yung information mo sa ngani sayod ka, kailangan mo na advisory para di ka maipit paabot sa na situation about sa investment. So 5 is continue to evaluate your funds after your investment. Evaluate your investment on a regular basis. If necessary, sell the funds that no longer are helping you achieve your investment objective or that you think decrease in value.
Good day, everyone. My topic is all about lesson 13.4. Describe how and why mutual funds are bought and sold. First one is the mechanics of mutual fund transaction. Mutual fund transaction must sell and redeem their shares at the NAV that is calculated after the investors places purchase or redemption order. The next one is all about the return on investment. ROI, or return on investment, is performed measure used to evaluate the efficiency of several investment, and also measures the amount of return on investment and related to the investment cost. And income dividends, the earnings a fund pays to shareholders from its dividend and interest income. The next one is the capital gain distribution. The payment made to a fund shareholders that results from the sales of securities in the fund's portfolio. The next one is the taxes and mutual funds. Taxes on invested income in dividends, capital gain distributors, and profit from the sales of shares can be deferred in fund investment, are held in your retirement account. Assuming all the qualifications are met, you can even eliminate taxes on reinvested income or capital gain distribution and profits from the sales of shares for funds held in the individual's retirement account. For mutual funds held in taxable accounts, income, dividends, and capital gain. The next one is calculating total return for mutual fund. Income dividend. This is the formula of how to calculate total return for mutual funds. Income dividends plus capital gain distribution plus change in shares price when sold equals to dollar amount of the total return. The next one is the turnover ratio. Turnover ratio that measures the percentage of funds holding that have changed or been replaced during a 12 months of period of time. The next is purchase option. A purchase option assure the option holder of the right to purchase property at a certain price within a certain time period, but without an obligation to do. Other this is the four options of purchasing. The first one is regular account transaction. The second one is voluntary saving plans. The third one is contractual saving plans. And the last one is your investment plan. Your investment plan is a service provided by an investment company in which income, dividends, and capital gain distributions are automatically reinvested to purchase additional shares of fund. The next one is the withdrawal option. The withdrawal option, it is the payment method selected by the participants or beneficiary from an account. Example, the withdrawal calculation. Example from the book. Um, you arrange to receive 60% of the assets growth of your mutual fund investment. In one investment period, the asset growth amount to 30,000. For that period, you will receive a check for $1,800. Um, these are the formula. Amount you receive equals to investment growth times percentage of growth withdrawn. That's the formula of the withdrawal option. That's all. Thank you.